सर्वधर्मस्थापकत्वं सर्वधर्मस्वरूपकः आचार्याणां महाचार्यो रामकृष्णाय ते नमः. O establisher of all the faiths, embodiment of all the religions, the greatest teacher among all the teachers, O Sri Ramakrishna, my salutations to you. Namaste, Pranam. Sri Ramakrishna telling us about how God has given different power to different people. God is there in all the beings. Every being in this creation is a divine being, Sri Ramakrishna says. But, the divinity in all the beings is not same. God gives more power to some and lesser power to some others. Therefore, we see all these different types of personalities that are around us, that are there in this creation. Some are extremely pious people, extremely holy people, saintly people, and at the same time, there are also all the rogues and wretches and the evil people. It is not that they are not divine, they are also divine. But the manifestation of divinity in those people is minuscule. They are still, they also have that opportunity. They also have that scope of attaining that divine nature to the fullest extent. But the power at that particular moment is extremely less. And then Sri Ramakrishna told us about the four types of jivas, the four classes of people that are there in this creation. The bound souls, the strugglers towards liberation, the liberated souls, and the ever free. The baddha jivas, the mumukshus, the mukta, and the nitya jivas. Bound souls are, they are no way interested in any of the teaching, spirituality, the religion, the philosophy. No, their only intent of being alive is to go after the sensual enjoyments in the lust and greed. That is how these bound souls are. The strugglers, they seek liberation, they seek enlightenment, they seek God realization. And they sometimes they fail on the path, but again they start, again they start, again they start. Birth after birth they may try. They keep on trying, and then maybe from among a million or a billion, 2 or 3 will get liberated. But their struggle doesn't end even birth after birth. So those are the strugglers. Then there are liberated souls. Liberated, they have actual liberation, but because of some kind of karma, they have got entangled in this Maya. But for them, liberation is not far afar. Just a little attempt and they are out of this bondage of life and death, this cycle of life and death. They are just free. And then the topmost category of the ever free, they are no way connected with any of these the dualities or pairs of opposites of this creation. They don't chase happiness, they don't get unhappiness. They don't chase joy, they don't get sorrows. They are only bothered about the divine bliss, how they can get into that, how they can remain in the divine bliss. Those are the eternal souls. And Sri Ramakrishna says, but for that matter, even these highest category of people on the spiritual path, they need not do anything, but even the eternally free souls also have to undergo austerities. They also undergo austerities, like the great devotee Prahlad. Prahlad had to undergo so many austerities. He had to do Nama Japa, he had to remain without food, he had to remain without water, he had to even stop his breath. So those kind of austerities, even the eternally perfect, the eternally free souls, they have to undergo. And now Sri Ramakrishna is specifically talking to Rakhal's father. Rakhal is one among those eternally free souls. So now Sri Ramakrishna is talking to Rakhal's father. Now looking at Rakhal's father, Sri Ramakrishna says, even though an eternally perfect soul is born in a low family, still he retains his innate perfection. He cannot do anything else. It is bound to happen. He is forced to do it, even if that person is born in a low family. In just an ordinary family, his divine nature will always keep on enlightening. His divine spark will continuously keep on illuminating. And then Sri Ramakrishna says, gives that example. A pea germinating in a heap of cow dung still grows into a pea plant. If a seed of a pea plant, the mutter, the green peas that we eat, if that seed falls in a heap of dung, when that seed germinates, it will give nothing but a pea plant. It is not that because it have fallen in the dung, in the heap of dung, it will grow into some dirty plant. No, a pea plant, a seed fallen even in the heap of dung will germinate and grow into a pea plant, nothing else. Likewise, these ever free souls, whichever condition they take birth, whether it is an aristocratic family or just an ordinary lowly family, even these divine souls, these eternally free souls, they will always keep on illumining their spark of divinity, whichever condition, whichever circumstances they may take birth. And then Sri Ramakrishna tells another great reality. Sri Ramakrishna says, like these four types of categories of people, they are all of them, they have divinity in them, but the degree of divinity manifested is altogether different. In ever free soul, it is 100% or maybe even more than that. In a bound soul, it may be just a minuscule, but divinity is there in the bound souls also. So they have got equal opportunity if they also want to get into that category of eternally free. Now Sri Ramakrishna says, God has given to some greater power than to others. That is what God's play. To some, He has given a greater power of divinity. In some, He has just given a minuscule power, a very little, very little. It is not exhibited in their character. It is not exhibited in their lives also that they are carrying. They are also unaware that they are carrying that divinity within. In one man, you see it as the light of a lamp. In another, as the light of a torch. In one man, this divinity, it gets illumined like the light of a lamp post. The light of the lamp post, it throws its light on a much broader area, much vaster area. But a torchlight, it only throws light to that small place where we are focusing the torchlight. It doesn't cover the area as wide as the lamp from the lamp shade. So that is the difference between the type of people who have greater manifestation of divinity, like that of light of the lamp, or where the manifestation of divinity is so very less, just the light of a torchlight. One word of Vidyasagar's revealed to me the utmost limit of his intelligence. Now here, Sri Ramakrishna is a bit of critical about the way Pandit Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar reacted to Sri Ramakrishna's statement when Sri Ramakrishna had met him. And Sri Ramakrishna said that particular point, that was not appreciative of person of Vidyasagar's stature, person of Vidyasagar's knowledge, person of Vidyasagar's learning, asking me to explain on that particular point that I had spoken. Now Sri Ramakrishna is giving that particular instance. He said to me, when I told him of different manifestations of God's power in different beings, He said to me, Sir, has God then given greater power to some than to others? So Pandit Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar had, well, he was not totally appreciative of Sri Ramakrishna saying that God gives special powers to some and not, because Pandit Vidyasagar, he had this particular conviction that we all are born divine. Yes, that fact, even Sri Ramakrishna also maintains. We all are born divine. But where Sri Ramakrishna differs from Ishwar Chandra, Pandit Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, is Sri Ramakrishna says the manifestation of the power is different. God gives different power of manifestation of divinity from one person to another. Now, when Pandit Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar raised this doubt, then Sri Ramakrishna answered his question. At once I said, Sri Ramakrishna is now telling, yes, certainly he has. When Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar asked him, Sir, has God then given greater power to some than to others? At once I said, yes, certainly he has. If there are not different degrees of manifestation of his power, then why should your name be known far and wide? Of course, God has given you a very high power of manifestation of divinity. That's why your name is spread far and wide. You are popular in this country. You are well known not only in this country but even beyond the borders of this country. People know of Pandit Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. That is because God has given special powers to you. Hmm? You see, now Sri Ramakrishna is telling Vidyasagar, you see, we have come to you after hearing of your knowledge and compassion. We have heard of your knowledge. We have heard how great learned person you are. We also know what a great compassionate heart you have. Anybody comes to you, you are always keen and eager to help those needy people. Such a great compassionate heart. Why is it that God has not given this compassion to each and every being? So that is what Sri Ramakrishna is now differing the greatness of Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar than the ordinary people. You see, we have come to you after hearing your knowledge and compassion. You haven't grown two horns, have you? With all his fame and erudition, Vidyasagar said such a childish thing as has God given greater power to some than others. So Sri Ramakrishna clearly told Pandit Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, it is not that you have grown two horns that we have come to see this miracle of the God. No. God has given you the great power, the great manifestation of divinity in your heart, in you. And therefore, knowing about your knowledge, knowing about your compassion, knowing about the compassionate heart that you have, we have come to see you, not because you have grown two horns. And then Sri Ramakrishna says, even a person of great knowledge, even a great learned person like Ishwar Chandra, he should doubt that God has given different power of manifestation in different people. Hmm? The truth is that when he stirs, the truth is that when the fisherman draws his net, he first catches big fish like trout and carp. Then he stirs up the mud with his feet, and then the small fish come out, minnows, mudfish, and so on. Sri Ramakrishna says when the fisherman first throws the net, what happens? The small fish, the insignificant aspect of a personality, they don't get caught. When the fisherman draws the net, throws the net, it is first the big fish, all the good things, all the positive traits, they get collected in that net. And then, as he shakes the feet, as he stirs up the mud with his feet, then all the small, small, small things. So, first, we come to know of knowledge, we come to know of the compassionate heart of Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. And Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar's little fall is like not knowing that God has given different manifestation of power in different beings. The small things later on come up. But first, we get attracted by all those big and positive manifestations. uh, what can one achieve through mere scholarship? So, one has to understand this intricacies that the Lord is playing in this creation. He gives different powers to different people. So, because of these differences of manifestation of divinity in the beings, we see these four types of people, four types of beings in this creation: the bound souls, the mumukshus, the liberated souls, and the ever free souls. And even the ever free, they have to undergo their lot of austerities, their lot of spiritual disciplines. So that is how Sri Ramakrishna ended the discussion that day after giving this example of Sri Pandit Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, that how even he had doubted this claim of Sri Ramakrishna that God gives different powers to different beings. And then Sri Ramakrishna convinced Pandit Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar that indeed God does give different power of the divine manifestations in different people. Like you have much higher manifestation of the godly powers, the divine powers within you. That's why you're so learned. That's why you're so compassionate, and therefore we have come to see you with these qualities of you: the great heart, the great compassionate heart, and the great learned being. It is not because you have grown two horns that we have come to meet you. You have got that highest manifestation of the power of the learning, highest manifestation of the power of compassion within you, which has made us come to you and meet you over here. Om Namah Shri Bhagavate Ramakrishnaaya. Sri Ramakrishnar Pranamastu. Jai Thakur, Jai Ma, Jai Swami.